Hey guys, so today I wanted to make a video to show you how to change the battery in the Motorola Moto X. I'll include links in the video description for any parts that I'm going to be using during this procedure or any tools that I'm going to be using to work on this phone. Anything that I think might be helpful to you, I'll include links in the video description, so check them out there. So first of all, what I've found to remove the back is if you go ahead and eject the SIM card tray right here. You can either use a paper clip or something little to get in there if you have a SIM eject tool like I did. That works great. And then what we're going to want to do is we're just going to want to start somewheres. Now what I would recommend probably is starting right here by the bottom charging port. And if you pry up just a little bit, just push up a little bit, and I'm just using a little plastic pry tool like this. And what you can do is just start working this around. Now this back cover is kind of old, so it has a few cracks in it along the way, as you can see, like there. Now if you encounter this with yours, what I would do is just start right up here where the SIM card thing is and just keep working up, because these things tend to crack if they get any age to them. Then I would just say just keep working your way around, and in the event that you happen to push down on some of the other sides to get this all loose, then just go ahead and repry them again. Sometimes it's hard to hang on to the phone and get it without popping the things back in. So now we just keep working around, and as we get close here, these back covers can flex quite a bit. What I would recommend is using like a plastic pry tool. You can just pry, don't go in too far, just carefully pry up. Just keep working your way all the way around. Has adhesive under it. Then if you just keep prying up under here, the adhesive lets loose, and then don't pry too far. You have to watch on this side right here. There's this connector right here. What you can do is just pop up on this connector and then wiggle that out of there. I'm not going to use the tweezers here for the sake of seeing it for the video, but what you need to do is just pull straight back on that little connector. That's the connector for the flash, and then it pops off just like that. So next what you need is a Torx size T4, and remove screws. There's 4 here and then some more up top here. Go ahead and remove all those screws. Now I've heard different people say use a Torx T5, but my T5 is too big for this, so it has to be the T4. So it depends, maybe some models use T4, some use T5, so I would recommend having a T4 and T5 size just in case. So next, after you've removed all the screws, what you're going to want to do, pry up with something right here, and you can just start somewhere in the corner here, and it just kind of unclips. It's this plastic part here. Then the whole part comes off like that. And then what we're going to want to do is unclip this one here, and it comes off pretty easy as well. This is for the bottom part. To change the battery, what you will want to do is, first of all, you want to remove this connector right here, and there's a white thing here you pop up. Then you pull this connector out like this. Then you want to disconnect this connector right here. That's on top of the battery. You want to disconnect this connector right here. You want to disconnect this connector. And then what you're going to want to do is very carefully start in one corner, and you can work around if you want. I'm just using a plastic pry tool. I would recommend plastic versus the other if it's strong enough to do it. In my case, it didn't have too strong adhesive, and what you want to do is just reach under there and you want to pry the battery up, and then the whole battery comes off just like that. So next what you'll want to do is you'll want to slide under here carefully with something, and you'll want to remove this part off your battery. Save it to swap over onto your new battery. And then the other part is we're going to want to get under this plastic right here, and we're going to want to carefully peel this back. And then we're going to want to start maybe down here. Just get under here with something carefully. And then once it gets started, you can just peel this right up. And you want to swap this over onto your new battery. So we'll say this is the new battery. You can see pretty much where it goes. You line up with this rectangle here. Line this part up here. And you may want to swap this whole thing off of the other battery, this whole plastic part, and then stick this back down. And you want to grab this piece, and you can see right where it goes to match the profile that's already there. And your battery is reassembled. So to reassemble, just grab your battery, Set it right down there, kind of split the difference. And then go ahead and reconnect all your connectors. This one here. Gonna want to reconnect this battery. And on this connector here. We get this all the way in, and then we can go ahead and press down on this white part here and connect that. Then what we can do is grab this part, set it right down on there. Have it connect right in there. Grab this part, set it right down in there as well. Then go ahead and put all your screws back in, all in the right order, the way that you took them out. To put the back cover back on, what we're going to need to do is this little connector here for the flash. We're going to need to reconnect it right here on this one here, the lower one. And then we're going to need to put that connector down. And then we just grab the part, the back, go ahead and set it down and make sure it's connected all the way around. Make sure it's setting down good and you're all set. Thanks for watching.